purpose of our research is to assess the influence of student loans on the college experience. By evaluating the impact of federal versus a combination of federal and private loans, we seek to see the influence these loans can have on the college experience and, by extension, higher education as a whole. The problem our research seeks to confront is economic inequalities in higher education that contribute to significant disparities across students. This research is significant as an individual student debt will have varying effects across their social and economic decision making. As the cost of education increases, so do the amount of students taking on federal and/or private loans. Extracurriculars, internship and study abroad opportunities, employment, time in university, academic performance, and access to healthcare are all important aspects of a college experience that would contribute or hinder a student's perception of success.
By considering all of these factors, we would hope to assemble a survey that covers each of the aforementioned topics to paint a picture of an individual's college experience. A student's financial experience may impact their social experience at college. Down the line, if a negative trend is found in the data, universities and other financial institutions may have increased awareness of the true cost of education, monetarily and socially. A study like this would allow universities to better understand why certain students may seek mental health resources, work in their free time, or participate in campus life activities. We may also see how a student's financial choices in college shape their futures. For instance, some students may enter the workforce immediately after graduation, while others may enter grad school or delay that next step depending on their loans. Essentially, this study would help us better grasp the multiple impacts loans may have on an undergraduate student.
While assembling this study, each member of our group could offer a unique contribution based on their area of expertise. Doing so allows us to reflect the interdisciplinary idea that drives this project. So in this study, Melanie and Allison will use their background in the humanities and social sciences to determine the most pertinent facets shaping the quality of an experience. They'll accumulate these ideas into holistic survey questions that encompass aspects of a person influencing their priorities. Corey and I will add to the survey by designing questions looking into students' willingness to invest in personal health care based on their finances, making sure to encompass both physical and mental health. Once the surveys have been written and completed, Ian will create a computer algorithm that will quantify each qualitative survey answer that Luke can then review using his background in statistics. Luke will also make projections from the code and data that will allow us to examine trends, interpret survey results, and apply them to the general population.
There are not too many resources that this project requires. The first would be an email distribution list from the university containing its currently enrolled students, as well as its recently graduated students within the past 5 years. Second would be an item or two for a raffle that students would receive a ticket to enter if they take the survey. These items could include something like an iPad, AirPods, or a MacBook, something along those lines to make students want to take the survey. And lastly, the last resource that we would need is MATLAB software or another statistical analysis software as well.
We are planning to collect data points that we can use to analyze various demographics' perceptions of the college experience. For each person that is participating in the survey, we will collect data about graduation year, gender identity, ethnicity, state of permanent residence, sexual orientation, and disability and resource services status. The college experience values that we will ask the participants to rank will be compared against these demographic data points. For example, we'll be able to see what the most important college experience factor was on average for a graduating class of 2022, which we could further compare to the graduating class of 2021. By collecting a set of categorical data points, we're able to set up a comparison between demographics as well as an analysis of trends. Our collected data will have a great number of possibilities for these trends and comparisons.
Using the statistical trends from our data, we will be able to draft a story about how the average college student's experience is affected by FAFSA and private loans. Specifically, we would like to see if our trends can analyze how race, sexual orientation, gender identity, and other expressions of self affect how much aid one can get in loans and how that can affect the college experience. We will also be able to see how loans, both federal and private, affect how often students seek out health services or do not seek out health services when they need them. We would like to be able to discuss how taking out FAFSA loans can put pressure on a student to not want to spend money on something as essential as a doctor's visit while in school. These are the discussions we would like to have when we get our results from this experiment.